What's up, guys? Very exciting, but I wanted to tell you I am up over $600 in my options trading. So before I get into that, make sure you press the subscribe button and that thumbs up button. I'll tell you exactly what the fuck I'm doing. I'm not selling you a course like all these other people. So don't forget to subscribe. I'll tell you exactly what I'm doing. First of all, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's actually... Okay, so I'm going to show you what I did in the spreadsheet, and then I'll show you my account to actually verify it. On 310, this is how much I had in my account. That's when I started tracking everything. I added $800 on the 13th. That brought the total to this at the end of that week, which was up 3%. Almost 4%. On 320, I added another $1,000, which brought it up to this amount. And for that week, I was down. And the way you calculate this, the return here, is you take this, right, the total amount minus what was added, and then you divide by D2, which is the original amount, minus 1. And that gives us I was down 0.92% or $13.27. And that was as of the 22nd. Today is, if you look right there in the corner, 3/27/2019. So I just finished, well, it's 9 o'clock at night, and my portfolio value is $38.6750, up $622.65. It has been, what, 17 days, so a little bit over 2 weeks. And the week is not over with. I expect to probably be up another $100 by the end of the week. Absolutely fucking tremendous. Super duper excited. But I wanted to tell you about that. First of all, let's get into my actual portfolio to show you. So let's go here. This is my portfolio right here. But just to show you, I'm going to click on my account here. That's me, Sam Stolt. And my portfolio value, just to show you what I've got here, because there's probably going to be people who think it's fake. Also, let me just make sure my account number is not up here anywhere. Okay, I don't see it anywhere. Okay, so here is my account. All right, make sure that's in focus. 38.6750, which is the same from the other thing. Now, if I get into history, actually, I'm going to click on history. Just make sure that my account number does not show up. And it doesn't. Okay, so now let's go back to the account. This is the account. Now I'm going to be going to, not documents, not free stocks, history. Let me make sure nothing comes up in there. Okay. Yes. I accidentally clicked on documents, so I didn't know if I had to redo anything. All right, sorry about that. History. Somebody clicked on a link. By the way, there's a link in the description for Robinhood. Robinhood is the app I use. It's 100% free. You get a free stock, right, if you do sign up. I also get one, so thank you. And I'm just going to go over here and click on transfers. So as you can see here, the last transfer was 326. In this sheet, I mentioned 320. And the reason for this discrepancy in the date is because I have something that Robinhood calls instant deposit, where even though it takes apparently 6 fucking days for the money to transfer from my account into Robinhood, they let me trade with it right away. So I transferred on 6/20 or 22, whatever I put down in the spreadsheet, and the money officially cleared the bank account on the 26th. So, how am I up $600? Well, first of all, I mean that could be an anomaly, right? But I will keep making these videos. I'll tell you exactly what I do. You don't need to buy these, courses from all these fucking gurus. If they really knew what the fuck they were doing, do you think that they wouldn't be using that information for themselves? No, they make more money off of selling you shit than they do from their trading. That's why they fucking do it. Just an FYI. if you didn't know that. Okay, so that position, if you go back to the channel and watch the video from yesterday, I had a position that moved against me, and it was the 272.50 to the 262.50, and I think I was negative 100 and change in that position. Today, Tesla went up to 274 and 70. It finished at 274.70. So I was able to get out of that position. I actually got out too early. I should have waited, but it is what it is. I had that position. Say that 10 times fast. I had that position open for 10 days. So if I can pull up the history here, I can show you exactly what I got out. Right here. Nope. Okay, here it was. So I got out at 300, and I can show you. I just want to make sure that my account number is not in here anywhere. Okay. So here it says 10 hours ago. This is the 27th, as we just saw on the thing, the clock in the bottom corner. I got out. I paid $300, and it was a 272 to 262. I purchased this to sell it at, to close this leg of it, and then I sold this to finish closing out, and you get to again see the date over here and the time, and how that one actually I got into about 2 weeks ago, and the stock immediately moved, like the next day moved against me, and so that was 322. I got a premium of $288 on that one, so $2.88, and moved against me. So I rolled it to the following week. I actually dropped I increased the exposure on that to 262. I think it was 265 if I remember correctly. So it was 275. It was 275 to 265, and then I brought them both down, I think. And yeah, I brought them both down from 275 to 265 down to 272.50 to 262.50. And I collected $47 a premium, so 47 cents a premium. So if you combine the two of those, right, 2.88, which is how much I originally collected for the first credit spread that I got into, plus the 47 cents for the next one, total brought that to $335. So I was just trying to get out of that position profitably. I probably could have stayed in it significantly longer and made a lot more money on that one, but it is what it is, and I learned along the way. I was really actually debating to go back and forth on that one multiple times, and I think I should have definitely waited, because with an option, you are not required to make a decision. And also, one of the things about options trading is if a position moves against you, right, as far as I can tell, right, and I'm not by any stretch of the imagination trying to claim that I am a fucking amazing guru expert at this. Like, I'm learning, and I know a little bit about it, and that's what I'm talking about. So if a position moves against me, it's actually almost like a good thing. It moves against you, so it goes into the negative, right? So it could potentially stay down there, and you might not be able to roll it. But one of the things that happens when a position goes against me is that the liquidity in those options seems to increase. So the actual to get in and out or trade that position makes it easier. So things that are super far away from the money, meaning, so say if it's trading at $100 a share, things at like 150 and 50 are not super liquid because everybody's trading much closer to the actual price. So when it comes and moves against you, right? If you had sold a put credit spread below the market at 90 and 80, and then it drops down to say 88 or something dollars, that 90 might actually be easier to roll now because there's more interest because it's closer to the money. And that's been my experience so far. So that was the position I was able to get out of today. Once I got out of that, I opened up another put credit spread on Tesla for $47 credit. the 260 to 250, 250. Let me say that again. So I sold the 260 put, and I purchased the 250, 250 put, expiring for 2 days away. And I took in $47 of premium on that one. And that was the only other position I was able to get into. I still have 3 positions open, and they are the 260 to 250, 250, and these are all for Friday. Also, the SPY expired worthless, so the $19 that I collected on that one just goes right into my account. I haven't had anything exercised against me, but I'm sure that's a possibility, and I'm not sure how that would play out, or if I'd have to add more capital, or what would happen. At some point, I'm assuming that will happen, or at some point I will get more information through research and figure out what exactly does happen. Or if you know, you can let me know down below in the comments. The next position I have is the 240, 250 to 230, 250 that I sold, I think, on Monday. That's another put credit spread that I sold on Monday for, I have one contract. I'm going to call it a contract, even though it has 2 legs and it's a put credit spread. I'm going to just call it one contract, but technically it's 2. I sold that for $74, which means that I collected $74. Now the position is only worth $13. So I sold it, right? But to close out the position, you have to buy it. So what happens if it moves against you, right? So if you sell something for $100, but in the future you'll have to buy it back, right? Just assuming you're shorting a stock. In the future, you have to buy it back. If it's, and you sold it at 100, you collect $100, right? But then say in the future it goes to $110, and now you have to give it back. You have to go buy it for $110 and then give it back, right? But with options, you don't have to buy it back. So if it goes up in value, you can just roll that out. From my experience, remember, I've been doing for about 2 weeks, but before this I had a demo account with Thinkorswim. It started with a $50,000 balance, and I doubled that $50,000 balance within 90 days. And that was at the beginning of 2017, but now I just decided to actually put my money into it. So this position has made the vast majority of the premium in the time decay. I will actually sit on this position probably, depending, if Tesla stays up around 275, this position will probably go down significantly tomorrow. If I can close it around half of that, $5, $4, $6, I will close it out because I've already earned all that. And maybe try to open one for the following week, which would be, I think, April 4th. I prefer the weekly options. Okay, the last position that I have here, and this is the one where I actually have 2 contracts open. So I've got 4 legs. I sold 2 Tesla puts at 250, and I purchased 2 puts at 240 for a really nice premium on this one, $144 each. So that's pretty awesome. The current value of this is $28. So, and that's for both contracts. So if I were to close this position out right now, I collected $288, and I would have to purchase this back to close it out, remember, because I'm short. I have to either wait till it expires on Friday, or I can buy it back sooner. So a lot of times I'll just wait, you know what I mean, till it expires. So far, right, it's only been 2 fucking weeks, so I don't have a ton of data to go off of. But that's what I would do in the past, or close it out when it gets down into the single digits. If there's any actual if I can. You can't always close out positions because there's no actual interest, meaning there's no liquidity in that once it gets down really low. So sometimes you can't find somebody that allows you to close the position, if that makes sense, right? So if there's not another person on the other end, you can't close your position out. So I'll probably let this go down to single digits. It's possible if Tesla goes up to say 276, 277 tomorrow, that maybe later in the morning by early afternoon, this could get down to $10-ish, $12-ish. If Tesla has some type of peak, you know what I mean, and they jump up to 277, 280, this could probably hit single digits. And if it does hit single digits tomorrow, I'll probably close out this position completely and try to open up a couple new positions for the following weekend, which would be April 4th. I will actually be posting a total monthly earnings outside of my job video probably on the weekend. So today is the 27th. I've got a couple more days till the weekend, so probably on Sunday I will post a earnings update for all my earnings so far in the month of March. And it's looking like it's going to be a good fucking month, especially when things like this happen. So if whatever that comes out to be, I'll be tracking that and continuing to see if I can beat those numbers as I move forward. So in the month of April, if I were to get to $1,000 outside of my job, online and other sources, in the month of March, in the month of April, I would like to be able to beat $1,000. Anyways, if you guys have any thoughts, any questions about options trading, I'm more than happy to try to help out. I don't think you need to not saying that they're not valuable. They easily could be. I have not purchased a options trading training, if you will. So I don't know what information is presented to them, but I don't think it's necessary if you're willing to actually just put in the work yourself. Although everybody has a different style, so you got to do and understand what's right for you and be self-aware enough to understand that. Anyways, appreciate you guys. Don't forget to subscribe and check out some of the other videos on options trading. I get a little bit more in depth on some of those and talk about some of the other pieces and dynamics of options trading. Talk to you soon. Peace.